walk into an arena and be the hero, the pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans, you can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter. The straight right just misses. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter punch right up the middle. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Well done with that counter shot. Crawford is dazed. Looks like trouble was averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is...
On to the second round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pot you all night long. Rush them.
You'd like to see more jabs. Catch and shoot. No rest for the weary. Missing with the hook. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. Punch, counter punch. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
straight right just misses. They exchange punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
I don't want you to load. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together to take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's ready to go.
Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. He scores with the counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A perfect counter land. Crawford in trouble. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punching. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
This fight has a real good flow to it. The courage on display here is incredible. Nice counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They got the momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that? Back at it in round 4. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Punch. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be. having second thoughts in the ring.
Both men step back for just a moment. Caution being thrown to the wind. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Nice counter shot. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
How about that time counter shot? This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That jab won't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Just keep him on the back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back. Get your focus set. Start sticking in a few body shots in there.
On to the fifth we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice hook there. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Oh, what a punch! fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. These two fighters are made for one another. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they...
Let's start the sixth. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter punch. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Where did that come?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put it down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Jab slightly off target. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want, because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way, and they'll get so angry, so frustrated.
As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
That's lights out right there.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. How about Alvarez in that last round?
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Get your boxing back together. Just take the round off. Win the round on your jab. When it don't work, that's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back. Look out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind.
Here comes round 7. They ring the bell, and here we go. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
serious jeopardy here going to the canvas. A much better game plan here.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Do you believe what we are seeing? You'd like to see more jabs. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five. You all right?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knock. And we enter the 8th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Both men step back for just a moment. Well, we can tell that the defense is working, but how about some offense? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some... Did you see that? Crawford's legs are all over the place. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.